PVD Fest is upon us, or not. We're talking about it in this video. Guys, subscribe to our channel. You know what I do. Albert here, real estate agent. If you have any questions about moving to Rhode Island, if you are in Rhode Island, if you're looking to purchase a property, if you want to know more information, where, how, what you need to do to get started, let me know. Also, if you're looking to sell property, now's a great time. Hit me up. Information right below. Link in the bio. Book a meeting with me. Let's get into the video. All right, so PVD Fest in Providence usually happens in the month of June, right? It's a festival where arts and food is celebrated. Everyone from Rhode Island feels like is in the city. There's thousands of people who visit the city. It's a great time. There's local artists, artisans, food trucks all over downtown of Providence where people can purchase things, explore things, have amazing experiences. And it's a super popular festival. I would argue it's probably the most popular festival in Rhode Island. It definitely has put the city on the map. There's international people that will come here. People from other states will visit Providence during that time. It's really good for the economy of Providence. So it's a very popular festival. But there have been, with the new mayor, Brett Smiley, there have been some changes on the festival this year. Now, I read through a couple of changes, and honestly, I have to say I agree with most of them. First change is they changed the month when PVD Fest happens. Now, this may be one of those changes where I stopped and thought for a second, but if you look at it from a rational perspective, it truly makes sense, right? It happens in the month of June all the time. Obviously, summer, it's hot. It's a good month for it to happen. But if you look at it from a fiscal perspective, during the month of June, there's a lot of other things that are happening in the city to keep the city's economy afloat. This is local restaurant owners and hotel owners that have expressed this to the town, to the city, and they have explained that they are busy during this month because of other events and activities that happens. So they decided to move it from the month of June to September. So now PVD Fest is happening in September rather than June, right? A little colder, right? But September is a little slower in the city. So having the PVD Fest in September is definitely going to help local businesses. So that is change number one. The other change that most people are not happy about are that they changed a couple of rules and regulations that you can't have open beverages on the street and drink on the street anymore. They have decided whether they want to reshift the focus of the festival and bring it back to the arts, which that's what it was intended for to begin with. But in the last couple of years, it felt like how'd I put this? Like a New Orleans vibe, right? Like you could get out there, drink all night long. Streets were packed, streets are blocked. Right now, that was fun and it had the fun in itself. But we started seeing small incidents here and there because a lot of alcohol was involved. And then you start seeing different groups of people, showing up at a lesser rate than they would. So this was intended to be an event that celebrates arts, celebrates local businesses, and with that being said, families to come out there with their kids to have a good time. Now, if there's slight concerns of potential incidents happening because people are drinking on the street and doing all that stuff, obviously there's going to be this potential fear for families to show up to enjoy the festival. And that's why they decided to make the change. Now you can still purchase drinks. It's going to be, I believe, one spot where you can go purchase drinks, and then you can go into local businesses, into local bars that are going to be in the area, and you can purchase drinks that way as well. But still, food trucks are going to be there, so you're going to be able to have food from local restaurants in Providence and even further. You can have different options, have great food. So it's still going to be fun. Okay, so here's what the Director of Art, Culture, and Tourism, Joel Wilson Jr. said about the festival. He said that the festival's focus should be in elevating and highlighting our creatives and bringing community together to celebrate all of that makes Providence our beloved Providence. I really do agree. We've said this in our channel a lot. For a small city, Providence has a lot going on. It has a lot of creative and motivated young people that are looking to express themselves in many different ways through food, because we have great restaurants, and through arts. That's what really makes Providence cool. So bringing the attention back to that rather than the drinking on the streets and all that, I think it's amazing. Yes, slightly unpopular decision. Some businesses may be affected, but overall, I think it's going to be great. Here's what Mayor Smiley said about this. He said, "I'll be clear. I made a decision to put the focus on this festival back on the art, back on the performances, and back on the experiences that families and residents can have. And there are plenty of places for people to go and get a drink." Smiley said, referencing the new rules of banning open containers. But the festival, he said, itself is not going to have open containers this year, and that's the decision that I made. He also said it is important to keep in mind that under the old footprint, there were winners and losers also, and there were many businesses from whom PVD Fest was a very bad week for them, Smiley said. Which also brings me to the third point, that the location of the PVD Fest has slightly changed and is going to put restaurants and businesses that have waterfront locations near Providence River, they're in a better position where they are going to benefit more. Obviously, some people are not happy about this, but that's also another change. So those businesses should benefit slightly more. Also, Mayor Smiley said something along the lines of, even in the old footprint, there were some businesses that benefited and some businesses that lost. He also said, within minutes from your business, if you're not a waterfront business, there's going to be tens of thousands of people at the festival. So you should be able to benefit from it anyways. So there you have it, PVD Fest update. It's super exciting. It's a great time to be here. It's a great festival. Hope you liked it. If you have any questions about the festival, we're actually going to put a link on the description about the festival where you can find more information. If you're looking to purchase real estate, if you have any real estate related questions, I am your realtor. I'm your source down here in Rhode Island. Have a question, hit me up. Link below. Subscribe to our channel. See you in the next video.